So, Larry, I really want to specifically start with something you said about the dollar, which really strikes me, that if we really were expecting from the tax cuts and various pro-business policies, we were expecting capital flows back in the United States, which would support the dollar is going the other way, which strikes me not just because of the regulatory changes, but also because of oil as no longer a big import, is remarkable. Why is it?
I think it's because the biggest news in the global economy actually hasn't been anything about Donald Trump. It's been the resurgence of Europe, which was a long time coming, but now seems to have come. And that has led to strengthening in Europe, increased investment flows, the expectation of higher interest rates, and a stronger euro. And to some extent, that same thing has taken place in a number of emerging markets. It may also be that there's some long-run hedging out of the United States reflecting the substantial political uncertainty that has been introduced. But in any event, if your theory is that you're creating a Ronald Reagan-like domestic boom by making the business environment more attractive, the first implication of that theory is that the currency should go up, as indeed it did when President Reagan was president. And so the fact that it's gone meaningfully downwards is, I think, a powerful piece of evidence suggesting that the Trump narrative isn't really right. It's corroborated by other fairly simple things. If you measure the world stock markets in a common currency, the U.S. has been a laggard over the last year. If you look at IMF forecasts and how much they've been revised upwards, the U.S. has been a laggard over the last year. Yeah. So what really looks like it's happening is there's a global phenomenon that probably doesn't have much to do with who the President of the United States is, in which the United States has shared. And, President Trump isn't the first president to take credit for good news that he didn't cause. And in fairness, he'll be blamed for bad news he didn't cause. So that's what presidents do. But I think objective analysts should understand that any good economic news, at least the good economic news we've seen so far, is not sensibly attributed to the president.